Chapter 24 of The Adventures of Puss in Boots, Jr. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Jason in Canada. The Adventures of Puss in Boots, Jr. by David Cory. Puss Jr. renders a mother aid. Puss Jr. was very much interested in the jolly miller and his two small friends, the rat and the mouse. It seemed strange to Puss that a miller would have two such friends as these. But when he thought it over he saw there was much reason to the miller's words. At the time the miller was talking, the mouse and the rat kept a close watch on Puss Jr. They knew from experience, most likely, that cats are not millers, and although Puss Jr., with his boots and cap, his clothes and staff, did not resemble an ordinary cat, at the same time he was a cat. So the rat and the mouse kept at a safe distance. "Tell your little friends," said Puss to the jolly miller, "that I won't hurt a hair of them." "Mousie," said the miller, leaning over and patting the little mouse, "Sir Cat says he will not harm a hair of your tiny head." "That's very kind of him," replied the little mouse in a squeaky voice. The rat made the same answer when the miller patted him. Just then the mother of the baby who was in the cradle on the tree top came by. She smiled at the miller, who took off his rusty, dusty cap. "There she goes," he said to Puss. "She's going to take the cradle down now. She'll take cradle and baby and all home with her." Puss stepped to the doorway to watch her. First she stood on tiptoe and looked into the cradle. Then she smiled and leaned over and kissed the baby, who began to crow and clap his hands. After she had kissed him many times, she lifted him out of the cradle and danced him up and down on her knee. As she danced him gently up and down, she sang, "Down in the village all the day long, Mother's been singing a sweet little song. Just to herself she's been singing all day, While baby's been rocking and rocking away. Hush-a-bye, baby, on the tree-top, Mother is watching the tick-tocky clock, Counting the minutes go by until she will be taking her baby boy down from the tree." Then she laid the baby over her shoulder and, picking up the cradle, started off for home. "Let me carry the cradle for you," said Puss Jr., running out of the mill. "That would be a great help," she replied, "for baby is getting very heavy, and mother has been working hard all day." So Puss put the cradle on his shoulder, and, bowing to the miller, followed after her, while the baby kicked and crowed and tried to reach down and pull his whiskers. And Puss tickled the baby's hand and winked at the baby, who gurgled and laughed and tried to pull the feather out of Puss Jr.'s cap. And the little mother forgot all about her own weariness, for baby lay so warm against her neck, and his laugh tinkled so sweetly in her ear. End of chapter 24.